So, guys, the name of the topic is sampling and estimation. There are a couple of topics here in your syllabus. I've just combined them. So, yeah, sampling and estimation. We'll talk about sampling and estimation a little later. I mean, what is sampling? Like a basic dictionary meaning is you are trying to, take a few pieces from the universe. We are just like sampling them. And estimation, I think that's you'll understand later. But then the question is, why are we even talking about taking few pieces from the universe? So I'm going to talk about at a very basic level. If you recall that in statistics, the data could be that of a population or a sample. Yes, we have discussed this before when we started the first official topic of statistics, that measures of dispersion and all. But I'm going to repeat the conversation over here again as if you have not heard that. So, yeah, any data which you come across in statistics could be that of a population or a sample. So, now the question is, when do we say that a data is a population, and when do we say that a data is the sample, the data which is right in front of you? When do we say that it is a population or sample? Tell me.
For example, if we want to find a data or a specific, we are ranking the colleges in India. So
Uh-huh.
all the colleges in India as a population, but there are any few we are taking as a subject like IIT, IIM. So those IIM and IIT, it will be a sample.
Spot on. Your understanding is thoroughly correct. You see, first of all, how do we identify that as a data as a population or sample? Very simple, as she actually highlighted. If irrespective of the number of data you have, you could have, let's say, 30 data set, 20 data set, 50, 500, or even thousands of data set. We say that a data set is a population when every value in the data set covers all the possible outcome. For example, let's say there are only 10 colleges in India, and I want to know how good they are in terms of education. Now, when I take the data of all these 10 colleges in India, it will represent the population. I mean, not represent, it is the population. What I'm trying to say is that because there is no other possible outcome within India. I've taken all the colleges. In our example, there are, let's say, 10 colleges in India only. But let's say if I want to know how the colleges are in terms of their education and all in the overall world, then the data set of those 10 Indian colleges becomes the sample. So the question, so the population, whether the data is a population or a sample, really depends on the objective of your research, don't you think? If your objective is to find out how the educations are provided by the colleges in India, the data set of those 10 Indian colleges becomes a population because it covers all the possible outcomes. But if you have an objective of trying to understand how the education is provided by all the colleges in the world, the data set of those 10 Indian colleges, same data set, becomes a sample. So it really depends upon what is your objective over here. Nonetheless, the official definition is a data is considered a population when it includes all the observations which we are interested in, whereas a sample is a subset of the population and is supposed to represent the population as a whole, and it should not be biased. That's when we say that sample is a subset of the population. Are you getting it? Like, think about it. When I am taking those 10 Indian colleges and trying to understand how the education is provided across the world, can I say my basic assumption is that all the colleges would have the same syllabus?
Yes.
Because if all the colleges of the world do not have the same syllabus as those 10 Indian colleges, can I say those 10 Indian colleges will not represent the population? It will give us the wrong understanding of the population. Let's say all the 10 Indian colleges are only and only focused on commerce and science as a stream. But all the colleges in the world are not just teaching commerce and science, but also, let's say, arts, psychology, or whatever it is. So now, if I'm just taking those 10 Indian colleges, commerce and science, and trying to understand the education across the entire world, can I say that data set will not represent the population? Yes, that data set is sample, but it will not represent the population. Are you getting it? Can I say it is very important that whatever is a sample is representing the population? Do you understand the word represent?
Yes.
All of you?
Yes.
So when I
Huh.
am saying that I have a sample which is representing the population, that means representing in this sense, same syllabus, same exam style, you know, same number of years of pursuing the education, same quality of teachers. And when those things are common, I can now say that this sample represents the population. And I hope now you understand how important it is that the sample, whatever we take, does represent the population. Because if it doesn't, your understanding of the population goes wrong. Do you agree with that? क्योंकि मैं तो सैंपल के बेसिस पे पॉपुलेशन के बारे में अंडरस्टैंडिंग निकालूंगा ना. अगर सैंपल ही रिप्रेजेंट नहीं करा तो मेरा अंडरस्टैंडिंग पॉपुलेशन का गलत हो जाएगा. व्हाट से?
That's
Yes.
right.
And not just that, the sample will also be biased. In our example, the sample ka jo data 10 Indian colleges, whatever information we gather from those 10 Indian colleges will be biased towards commerce and science. It will not capture arts and psychology and other things. So can I say in that case this sample data which I have is biased? Can I say it is very important that it should be not biased? And that is why two things: sample should represent the population as a whole, and it should not be biased. It should be unbiased. Are you getting it? Clear about this?
Yes.
Yes.
So I hope I have answered these two questions, which probably you had. Why sample must represent the population and should be unbiased?
Hmm.
But here's the thing, man. The second question, which is there in the orange box, the second question is that we are so peculiar and particular about that sample A must, sample is a subset of population, yeah, but sample must represent the population and should be unbiased. We have so much of a requirement. My question is, why are we even taking the sample in first place? I mean, why can't just we take population and then kind of use that data only? Are you getting my point over here? Why just take data of 10
Yeah.
Indian colleges? Why
Yes.
not take the data of all the colleges in the world? That way,
The
so there
data
is
is
no,
huge.
the data is used, na? So point is, this is the second part of the second part of the slide is answering the second question. At times it is very difficult to collect the data because it could be very huge. See, in this PPT, I have taken the example of colleges and students and score and all. But right now, since Anjali spoke about this Indian colleges, so I'm talking about that, okay? So the question is, why can't we just take the population data? The problem is, at times it is very difficult to collect the data of all the colleges in the world. In India, there could be 10 colleges, but across the world, there could be 10,000 colleges. Can I say it will be very difficult for us to collect the data?
Yes.
Yes.
Achha, not just that. Let's say I make a determination that no, I will collect the data of all the colleges in the world. Can I say it will be very difficult and expensive? So in this case, it makes sense that we use sample rather than, collecting the data. And by the way, on many occasions, you don't even have the sample. Like for example, if I were to tell you what is the return you earn in a cryptocurrency. Now realize cryptocurrency is existing in the world since 2008. So we just have no idea how the cryptocurrency will behave when there is world war, because When there was World War, there was no cryptocurrency. So if I
Mm-hmm.
take the returns of cryptocurrency since 2008 until today, I will never know if those returns capture all the possible outcomes. At times, it is difficult to know the population, it is not even available. So,
Yes.
in two situations, we take the sample. One, we know the population, but it is difficult to get the information about it, like all the colleges in the world. B, another situation, we take a sample is when we don't know the population only. अपने को population मालूम ही नहीं है, बराबर है? Achha, now
Hmm.
that we are talking about this and I'm making you realize that population either is difficult to get or at times we don't know the population. Can I say if we don't have the data about the population, whether it is difficult to collect or whether we don't know, can I say if we don't have the data about the population, we will also not know what is the population mean and what is the population standard deviation? Because अपने पास है ही नहीं पॉपुलेशन का डेटा.
Hmm.
बराबर है. अगर पॉपुलेशन का डेटा अरेंज करना पॉसिबल होता हर सिचुएशन में तो सैंपल का जरूरत ही नहीं होता. क्या बोलते हो?
हाँ.
Hmm.
द फैक्ट दैट अपने पास पॉपुलेशन नहीं है तो सैंपल का जरूरत है, और सैंपल का जरूरत है तो कैन आई से वी विल हैव टू डू सैंपलिंग फर्स्ट. कि भाई
Yes.
सैंपल को
Yes.
कैसे उठाए यूनिवर्स में से, पॉपुलेशन में
Hmm.
से. And that is the reason why this topic is called sampling and estimation. And now you'll know the word estimation. First, we will talk about how to draw the sample such that it represents the population and is unbiased. ये दोनों objective fulfill होना चाहिए. उसके हिसाब से sample को draw करना है. So there are sampling techniques. How do you sample? How you draw the sample from the universe? And once you have the sample which is reliable, representative, and unbiased, thereafter you use the sample data to calculate sample mean. You use this sample mean to estimate the population mean because you don't have the population. You don't know the population mean.
Hmm.
You are using the sample mean which is available to you. This is the only thing which is available to you. You don't have the population, you don't have the population mean. So you use this sample mean to estimate the population mean. You use the sample variance, sample standard deviation, to estimate the population variance or the population standard deviation. And that is the reason why the name of this chapter is sampling and estimation. And now you know what are we estimating. First step is sampling. Shall we talk about it?
Yes.
Yes.